Morning all. Just trying to work out, looking at the camera. Yay, hello world. Yes, good morning. Glorious day out there. And I've got a cup of coffee. Strength number 5. This is going to so perk me up. Just a little update regarding not so much the foundation but the powder. So I'm not really going to go over the basic contouring foundation again, because I covered that in video number 4. So it's all the same process. So you got the Kryolan TV white for around the eyes, 12W to contour areas that you want highlighted, and then I use number 5W just to for the basic skin tone. The discussion for me is that for years never been able to, I just think it's discontinued, let me know in the comments. The original Leichner blending powder, absolutely loved this. Had a high pigmentation in it, and it covered your face absolutely beautifully. The problem with translucent powders is exactly that, it's translucent. So if your foundation isn't particularly good or thick enough to cover, if you're trans TV, however you want to define yourself, the translucent powder can still unfortunately allow some beard growth to show through. So you got the wonderful Kryolan translucent powder there, which I use. It keeps your face matte incredibly well. What I have found though is I've found a product called W7 sheer loose powder, just from my local shop, £4, $3.99 for this little tub. This particular colour is biscuit, so again, you just choose whatever. But like I said, I'll leave some information in the comments. But I found that this has got a very high pigment content. So once you've done your foundation, apply this, but then, here's the trick, but then use the Kryolan translucent powder to powder down when you start losing, you start going glossy and shiny, because the W7 isn't as good for keeping you matte, but if you effectively combine the two, I think you actually get a really good result for you girls out there that have issues trying to cover a bit of growth. So I'll show you that in a moment. Right, as you can see, my usual scenario of completing the foundation for the lower half of your face. Now, not to be confused here, because I use these ancient Leichner blending powder tubs to place these little tiny tubs into these. They're nothing more than that, so there's no shenanigans going on here. So that W7, yeah, got that right, W7. And straight away, if you compare it to video 4, you can see the depth of coverage is far greater. to reiterate, this particular powder doesn't stay matte as long as the higher quality trying to powder and think at the same time. Can't do both. Let me have a little look. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because the one I use is the TL2 Kryolan powder. But just as an experiment last week, I decided to do the base powder with this, and then I went out with my friends and then just powdered down with the Kryolan, and it worked a treat. Absolute worked a treat. So if you want that real coverage that's going to absolutely hide everything, I think this might be something to look at. Right, let's just finish off the rest of the face. Okay, that's all done nice and quickly. So we'll finish off the last of the powdering. Try not to stab myself in the eye with a sponge, which is normally my party trick. Go. And the usual powder down, brush off the excess. Nice big sweeping motion. There we go. So it lasts quite well, but like I said, just for going back, for getting your matte look, just regular Kryolan powder, TL2, but obviously the ones that's going to match your skin tone. I believe it's just from what I'm led to believe, it's the rice starch content that creates that, you know, that soaks up the grease and gives that matte look. So there you go. And I'll see you all soon.